Hi, I'm just going to walk through my updates for this week for the project 2 that I've been working on. So this week I worked on um, put and delete um, in my routes, and so I did add those in. So updating and deleting. So I'm working on a events creation application. So it has users and events, and so a user for user and events. You can get all the events or all the users can be shown. You can get a user or event by its ID. You can create a user, create an event. You can update a user, update an event, or delete a user and delete an event. And ideally, I want to put in some functionality so where a user, a certain user with their ID will be able to create an event and do all that sort of stuff and update an event and all of that. So I also worked on error validation or yeah, validation and error handling. So all of my functions have try catch blocks in here. Um, so obviously it has the respective responses. So if it's successfully um, if the request is successful, then it'll get the successful response error with the result message, and if it fails, it'll get the failing response code with the corresponding message. And I'll demonstrate that with my API docs, routes, and stuff. I also did work on um, the validation. So for each of the fields and stuff, so for like title and description, I have the type that it's required, and then if it passes validation, it'll get a successful message. And then if it fails the validation, it'll get that response code, and then it'll also have this validation log right here. So if a user does not enter a title, um, then it'll say please enter a title or please enter a description or um, like for the date, if you put in an invalid date form, it'll say your date is not valid. And again, I'll demonstrate that here in a second. Um, so I can go over to my API docs here, and I can just demonstrate going through each one. So I can get all my events here. I've got 3 in here, and that matches what I have over here in my database right now. Um, and then I can go ahead and get an event by ID. So I'll go ahead and just do this last one. Let's say try that out. Put that ID in there. Execute. I get a successful 200 with the response body in there. Um, if I were to put in um, a not accurate ID and click execute, then I'll get that 500 error fetching event. As you can see, I can post or create an event. So I don't know, I'll just say like we'll do like a ward barbecue or something like that. Description. And I'll just show me doing it correctly the first time so you can see that it actually works. Okay, say execute, get a successful 200. It's there, and then I can go over to my database. That one was successfully added. And then I'll just show you really quick if I tried to create an event and say I was missing title and I go execute. I get this validation error. It says please enter a title, so you know what error is happening and why, and you can go back and fix it and be like, oh, I didn't have a title. So I've already created that event, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. But yeah, I can come back here and get that, and then I'll just use that same one that I just created. And then I can come down here to my put or my update, and I'll say try it out, and I'll put that ID in here. And again, I'll just kind of show it working correctly, and then I'll show the validation and the error for doing it wrong. Okay, not in the time. Like that. Execute. I do get a successful 200 there, and then we can go over here and it's updated in the database. And then just to show it not working correctly, say I put in a like wrong time or something like that, so I went like 2830. That's not a time even in military, and obviously you can see it has this validation error with the 400 response code, and it says 28:30 p.m. is not a valid time, must be in hours, minutes, AM, or hours, minutes, and PM format. So you can go back and fix that. And then just finally, I'll go ahead and show you my deleting an event. So I'll just put in that one and then like show that it's not correct yet. Okay, response 500, error deleting the event. And then I can come back in here and fix this. Put in the right code, execute, and I get a successful 200. The event was deleted successfully. All right, sorry, I know this was long. That's all of my routes with the put and the delete added, and then also the validation and error handling that I've included. Thanks.